Hello friends, welcome to our this special session on career counseling called Pratibha Samvardhan, and today we are discussing on preparing young girls for successful career. I would say that this session is not only for the young girls but the parents too, who would be motivating the girls to pursue the career in which they would like to have a step ahead. Friends, we would like to tell you all that for this session we have our expert with us, Dr. Angana Bhattacharya. Dr. Angana Bhattacharya is a psychologist. She has done immense work in the area of psychology. She is into research and development. She has written number of research papers and journals, as well as conducted various training programs too. If you have any question pertaining to today's topic, do call us through our toll-free number. Our number is 1-800-110-430. I repeat, our number is 1-800-110-430. Please talk to us, ask your question, because Dr. Angana Bhattacharya is there for you to answer your queries. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome back to the session.
Thank you.
And you have given a deep insight into today's topic in the previous session too. Now, the question that is very, very important for each one of us, because we as a female have faced this question. We have been facing, and we would be facing, because being a female, it becomes important for us to talk on such topics also. There are careers, though we talk and say sky is the limit for each one of us. We can do anything and everything we want to do in present scenario, but still there are dilemmas. Still there is a stereotype. This jobs are, or this career is for male and this career is for female. So what do you want to say about this particular matter?
Right. So, see, definitely there has been a lot of change in the, advancement and changes and choices of career, but there are still some fields where it is male dominated. So, like for example, STEM field, for instance, I'm not saying that girls are not taking up, but they should take up more. It is still believed that, maths and finance and business and entrepreneurship, technology, computer related career, they are more for boys. So that is something where girls need to understand that it is not so. If you have the ability, if you have the interest, then you should definitely go for it. So again, coming to the next thing is, which is like leadership positions. So there are so many women who are, in very great leadership position today in lot of companies, lot of MNC. We'll talk about them a little later. But girls should also be aiming at certain things. It is not that leadership positions are only meant for men. Again, like construction and engineering, so these kind of thing is also like a male dominated area, I would say. Business, entrepreneurship, military and law enforcement are also thought to be more dedicated towards men. So it's not that girls are not doing, and it is entirely your own wish. If you want to build up on yourself, your health, your physique, your mental stamina, your family, your social support, it is possible. So again, technology and gaming, this is another area where we see that again, boys are more interested in these areas. So somehow, even if girls are interested, they feel that it is not something suitable for me. Or finance and banking, for that matter. Again, if we take a survey, definitely girls are coming up, but to be very honest, it requires more, like to come to that kind of equality. There are some areas where girls do better than boys as because of their personality. So we cannot say that sometimes what happens that girls are inherently good at some things, like design, for example. This is something, the creative aspect. So again, it's a matter of debate. It's not that male can't or boys are not good at it, but girls can focus more on this area because they have that in their traits. So creative jobs, only creative jobs, versus if you include tech in it, it gives a lot of more mileage and opportunity these days. For example, like video game designer or anything related to video game, graphic designing, animation, story creation. So which also includes like creative aspect as well as a little bit of tech inside. So everybody needs to know a little bit of tech. What happens, we only focus on one area, and when we think that that is not needed, that is not my area, especially for girls, I'll say we have to be more confident, and we have to understand, because today every field is with the intervention of technology. We cannot do without tech or maths or numbers or a business minded approach. Area in which girls can focus is, again, social media is something where every organization needs people. So that is another area where you can focus on, like I was saying, graphic designing or UI UX, animation, video editing, any area of creativity, product designing, mobile developer, web designing, website development is something that is very important. You should know how to develop, how to at least design and have a website of your own, because today you might be doing some kind of course, or you're into some kind of office job, but after few years you might change your mind and do your own thing. So today what happens, most of the kids who are coming for career counseling, when we ask them that what you want to do in life, so first thing they say is, we don't want to do a 9 to 5 job. So everybody is getting the feel of entrepreneurship, the flexibility in their work, to have something of their own. So in this perspective, having your own website and having the understanding of technology and entrepreneurship is very important. Again, if we see some kind of ratio or survey, 27% of women, 27% of the whole ratio is female in the IT sector of employees, if we see in 2023, which is like not a very good number, to be very honest. But there have been lot of women who have inspired us throughout, like for example Arundhati Bhattacharya, chairman of SBI Bank. So these kind of people, these women, Vanitha Narayanan, she has been like in leadership positions in IBM India, including the role of managing director. There have been Debjani Ghosh, who was formerly associated with Intel. She had been involved in the IT industry and then served as the president of the NASCOM India. So these people have always inspired us, and it's not that women have not done great job in leadership positions. So we have to take insight from them. We need to understand that how they have done, what they have done, and how they have founded their journey basically. So if some people can do, you can also do. If you're interested in that area, if you're good at it, you should definitely pursue it with all your might. Again, another thing, entrepreneurship is coming up like in a very large scale. So like I was saying, there are over 8 million successful female entrepreneurs today in India. So 28% of them have done management programs. So the point is that you can do any kind of course. It is not that you have to do a management course or you have to start with a business minded thing. You could do finance, you could do social science, you can do psychology. Everything matters. Whatever you learn, whatever course you're taking, at the end of the day you will have input from all kind of areas in your entrepreneur journey. But having said that, if we see what kind of career choices, what kind of courses these females who have been doing really well in the business area has done, we'll see that they have all done some kind of management courses. For example, if we see Nykaa, Falguni Nair, who's the founder and CEO of Nykaa, she has studied MBA in finance from Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. She has graduated in 1985, and post that, we have all seen how Nykaa has bloomed. So Nykaa also supports there's a CSR side as well, which supports organizations like Society for Nutrition, Education and Health Action, which also creates a very big impact on the society. So Nykaa was the first Indian unicorn startup managed by a woman. So like we see other people like Richa Kaur, co-founder of Jivami, Vinitha Singh, founder and CEO of Sugar Cosmetics, which is again like coming up very huge these days. So they have all some kind of management course background. They have all done MBA from good institutes. Also, if we see Naiya Sagi, who's the founder of Baby Chakra, which is again she's also the co-founder of Good Glam Group. So she has also done MBA from Harvard Business School in 2012, and then she has started her own venture of entrepreneurship. So the point is that definitely some kind of business related course or management related course will help you to have the understanding of how to become an entrepreneur in the coming days. But after college only, we would not suggest that you start your venture. Although some people have done and they have gained heights of success, it is always recommended that you gain some kind of experience, some kind of internship or few 2-3 years of job in a startup company to understand that how things work. And then it is definitely a good idea to have your own startup or your own thing. I would like to share in this context, Sheroes is a platform which is built, which is a community for women only. They offer support, resources, opportunities, and interactions via the portal named sheroes.com, and the app, which is application, is there called Sheroes. You can definitely check. It will be very useful, and lot of beneficial information you will get. Another one which you can check is FICCI Women Organization, which is called FLOW, is a women related wing of the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the FICCI, an all India forum for women. So it is also serving, like, I think 19 regions are included in this, 19 cities, wherein they are helping a lot of female entrepreneurs. They are coming up with lot of ideas, funding, workshops, seminar, conferences, training, capacity building programs, etc. So you can definitely check these kind of websites. You'll get lot of ideas and help also. Coming back to the discussion about how we can make girls ready from a young age. We can definitely look into the career aspect, like the education which is needed, if it is in line, in sync with the areas of interest and the career that the child wants to take up later on in life. Along with that, exploring your interests is very important. So how you can do that? Internship is the most important thing, or you can also call it like job shadowing at a very early stage. If you're doing, just being present to look at what kind of work people are doing and whether you like it or not. So you might as well eliminate certain career choices. Sometimes we feel that this career is nice, we want to do this, we have interest in this area, but when we actually go and visit certain place, for example hotel management, for example, so once you go and see how it is, some people would back out. It would not impress them, the back kitchen or something like that. So developing certain critical skills are very important alongside tech related skills, learning some language or coding, website development. Digital marketing is very important, because whatever you're doing, digital marketing is mandatory these days. Understanding human psychology, empathy, communication, building up on the way you speak, interaction, leadership qualities. So these things are very necessary that you have to kind of learn and build up from a young age. Also, how we can help kids come up with some kind of things which are like little bit of stereotyped. STEM education promotion, to participate in tech related, engineering related, maths related competitions, olympiads. So these kind of areas where girls sometimes feel that this is not for us has to be eliminated, and we should promote and motivate kids more and more. Mentorship programs with successful women in various professions, that is another thing which is definitely going to help us in understanding career, getting motivated and understanding exactly what is required, which will also give us a lot of confidence, and like exposure to role models, for example. Developing networking skills, again a very important thing. So lot of children, they ask us that how can we get internship in at a very initial stage of life, or other kind of exposure. So networking is very necessary. It is not that only after you reach a certain level in your career you need to do networking. Experiential learning, financial literacy, like I was mentioning earlier, cultivating leadership skills, of course, through career counseling, you can understand the best way to understand your career, giving, getting good advice and guidance. So that is one thing. Coming to safety related issue, since we are talking about this, we cannot not talk about safety related thing. Becoming aware of situational understanding is also important. So self defense is something which girls should go for it. They have to build up on their own physical strength. So a lot of girls are going to gym these days, crisis response training. So when there is a difficult situation, how to handle it, to understand potential risk, to have that kind of knowledge is very important. Having a plan for staying safe is important. So although our aim should be to have a naturally safety area, but to be trained and to be prepared is definitely something which would not harm in any way. Cognitive and emotional resilience. So for women there are a lot of other stressors which we have to deal with. So we also need to train the girls and the women of today that having a career should not impact your mental health in any negative way. That is very important. To stay calm under pressure, to assess the situation objectively, and to make informed decisions, first of all. Emotional resilience, and to understand that, to basically after a fall, how to come back or to deal with any negative situation. Team sports and outdoor activities are recommended because sometimes girls do avoid these kind of activities. Yoga, mind and body practices always help. General physical fitness and health is definitely something which is to be addressed. You could also go for solo traveling experience from appropriate age, of course, like when it is okay to, because sometimes parents do not want to send their girl child for any educational trip or any other recreational trip also. Please do not do that, I would request them, because that gives a lot of confidence, especially for girls. Let them travel with appropriate safety, let them travel, let them use public transport. It is not only about going somewhere and reaching the destination, but it gives them a lot of confidence which will help them in the coming years when they are actually going for their career oriented work. Financial literacy from very young age is needed. Start really early in your own house, using everyday situations like budgeting and allowances, having bank account whenever it is possible, age appropriately. Play financial games, for example, understanding stock markets. There is a game called moneybhai.moneycontrol.com. If you check, you can play like stock market games over there just to have an understanding, because like a lot of girls do not feel comfortable in the financial area. Understanding about stock market is not that great. Discussing family finances, which is again important. Educational programs on finance girls should attend more and more. It is not an area where only the father of the house or the husband of the house should be involved in. Apart from that, how you can build up on your career early in life, I'll just mention few things. Try to work on social projects or research papers which really adds value to not only getting a good university admission, but also for your career in the later on stages. Do online courses which will really help you in the career specific online courses. You can start writing a book if you're creative, if you want to have your own opinion to be penned down. All these things definitely add a lot of value in your career later in life also. Try to take up tech projects, tech related projects, developing applications. Go for summer programs. It gives lot of exposure. You are like interacting with lot of children, lot of students from different kind of regional places that they are coming from. Try to attend entrepreneurship related programs. It is there for college students, even like high school students also. A lot of schools are doing it. For college students also there are entrepreneurship programs, 5 days camps. So that gives a lot of information and makes you ready for your entrepreneurship journey. Try to get internships, job shadowing. Also keep a sport or a hobby or any kind of thing that you're interested in, get going that side by side, because along with the professional career you should have some kind of space and time for yourself also. So having a hobby like a music or drawing or gymming, anything it could be. So it is not only that focusing on your career, but focusing on your mental health has become like that takes the top priority these days. So whatever you're choosing in life, and there is no competition, it is not that the other girl or the other female or the other person has reached to certain heights. It is not that you have to do so and so. So whatever you feel like doing, wherever your comfort zone is, push to your best of potential, but not to the extent that you feel that you are not being able to handle it or you're not being able to cope up to. So taking care of your physical health and your mental health should be the first priority, and definitely strive for a very, very great career in life. To all the girls and to all the people watching, I wish you all the best for your career ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving us this, I would say, motivationally enriching session where we are motivated also, as well as we have looked forward at, we have deeply considered those points we sometimes miss out in our personal lives. Now, one of the question is pertaining to all those girls or women, because a point comes in life when we have to take a decision whether we will be choosing a family or would be going ahead with the career. But after some point we feel that no, now it's a time to look for myself. Basically, I want to ask about all those women who wants to start again, a restart after a break, which we generally take after having a family. So what those women can do, or those women who somehow was forced to leave the jobs, or they were forced not to pursue their career, but a point comes when they feel financial stability they talk about, or they want to grow, they want to have their own space, what they can do.
So I think now is the best time for these kind of women, because lot of things are available, and the reach of lot of things have become easier. So they can just sit at home and reach to lot of online courses are there. They can build up on their skills, they can take up their passion, which maybe they had to leave due to some reasons, family related reasons or something. So having something that they are passionate about is definitely they should follow. So it is never too late, people who had to leave. But people who have not left yet, I would definitely suggest for them that nobody can take a decision for you, because you yourself know what is best for your situation. But for women, it is very, very important to have some space, if not the whole 100%. Some space for themselves is very important, which is only theirs, which would give them a lot of confidence. And a point which many people have faced, that they feel hopeless, and a lot of other kind of negative emotions creep into their life. To avoid that, they should have a plan from beforehand, how they can avoid these kind of phases in their life, and that will only come through their involvement in some kind of professional work.
This is basically called the structuring your life. Though the life is unpredictable, still each one of us should be prepared in advance that what would be our step if the plan A doesn't work, what would be the plan B. So we would like to thank you once again for your precious time, as as the precious inputs you have given to this particular lecture. And we believe that all the females, the young girls, or the parents who might have watched us or would be watching us through our YouTube channel would be benefiting from this particular session. Friends, if you have any question, do write to us at cecgurukul.live@gmail.com. We are going to upload this lecture on YouTube for you. Access the lecture the number of times you wanted. And yes, of course, we would be meeting again next Thursday with another topic. And yes, when you will write to us, if you have any query, we will try to give answers to your questions through our live sessions. Thank you for watching us.